Hello everyone and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are here talking about the solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. This is occurring on the 8th of April of 2024. Hold on to your hats here, folks. This is a big one. Number one, the solar eclipse itself is always a very spectacular, if you can see it, astronomical event, right? It's like the fire in the sky kind of energy. Way back in, before they understood astrology, way back in medieval times and things, whenever there was an eclipse, it was like the end of the world, right? The end of times. Of course, we don't look at it quite that way these days, although eclipses can be very unpredictable and they can bring things out of the woodwork. Expect the unexpected whenever we do have eclipse energy, because pretty much anything goes. We can have endings, we can have new beginnings, we can have surprises, we can have joyous occasions and joyous things that come out of nowhere. We can also have things coming out of the woodwork. And so things that have been forgotten about, or things that maybe someone neglected. If you think of your workplace, maybe something comes up from 2 years ago that some old employee never took care of properly, and now here it is. Somehow you have to deal with it. So things like that can very much come up at eclipses. The eclipses can also bring about fated events and just things that are kind of meant to happen, or things that kind of put you right back on your destined path. Now, this particular one, this is going to happen on April 8th of 2024. Pacific Standard Time is 11:20 a.m. is when that full effect of that eclipse is. 2:20 p.m. Eastern time, okay. But check your clocks, check your calendar, check, NASA or something like that to see where and when yours is going to be visible the most. Make sure that you do view eclipses with a little bit of safety in mind, though, because we don't want to burn your retinas out or anything like that. Make sure you do have proper glasses to watch it. Now, new moons themselves bring new beginnings. A solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids. So there could be a new beginning somewhere in your life coming about because of this eclipse. Now, this eclipse does trigger a whole cycle. Normally, this cycle does end in about 6 months, because it usually culminates with the full moon in Aries, usually in October, right, is when we have the next eclipse season. This one's a little strange because we actually don't get another full moon in the sign of Aries until the spring, because the eclipse in October of 2024 is actually going to be in Pisces. So very interesting kind of energy there. So this is a long, drawn out new beginning event, which can actually give you some more time to, get things done or get things started, or start to see some progress. This is also conjunct Chiron. Chiron is known as the wounded healer, so this is a perfect time to heal old wounds, whether they're personal, emotional, whether it's something in your career, something in your relationships, right? So this can help us heal some insecurities, some fears, right? And so it's a huge opportunity for healing and having a fresh start. So it is really quite exciting. This is also occurring, there's a lot going on. There's also occurring at the time of a Mercury retrograde. Retrogrades are a time to take a step back, reflect, regroup, renew, reassess, and reevaluate things in our lives. It can also be a time where we can gain some clarity and insights, because we are having a look back at something, or we are double checking something over. We can get the answers that we've been looking for, and sometimes we can have a second chance at something here, whether it's a second chance to start something new, or a second chance to heal something and release it and let it go. This eclipse is happening at 19 degrees. If you know your astrological birth chart, and if you have any personal planets between 17 and 21 degrees, you're going to feel this the most, but have no fear. This is going to impact us all. Reflect back to the solar eclipse that we had in 2023. There may be some things that have played out for you, or maybe there's something that you've forgotten about and you're like, you know what? I'm going to try this again. I'm going to give myself a second chance to start something fresh, or to kind of turn over a new page, turn over a new leaf. That was a doozy of an eclipse last year, of course, because we also had a square to Pluto, right? So that was that was a tricky one, that one. And it really did kickstart a lot of massive changes. I know that I had a lot of massive changes last year, especially through the summer when Venus went retrograde in the sign of Leo. That was not a good time. So, this can be where some things have kind of played out for you, or there may be still some things going on. But this is going to be a very interesting one as well. A couple of days after this eclipse, okay, on April 11th, we have a Mercury cazimi. So a cazimi is, the word cazimi means in the heart of the sun. This is where we can get a mental breakthrough, new visions of the future. This is where we can plant new seeds of intentions. Fresh truths may be revealed, and this can actually bring you some good luck. So the cazimi can actually be a really good time to set intentions to manifest some things into your life. But whatever your situation is, this is going to be a fiery eclipse. It's going to be intense, but it's very closely linked with the sun, so it can be very creative, very energetic. If you've been feeling stuck in a rut, this might be where you get the energy boost you need to get things started and to really get some action going, right? Follow your passion, your goals, your dreams. You might be filled with a little bit more positivity than you were previously. And it's not that we don't have some bumpy astrology coming in as well, because we do, but this is probably going to give you a little bit more of a positive vibe to overcome things or to make those little changes that you want to make. So having said that, let's get into your cards and let's pull out cards for your sign. So with you, Virgo, this is occurring in your 8th astrological house. Now, this is ruled by Pluto, okay? So you could be doing a little bit of shadow work with this eclipse, all right? Something in the shadows could come to light. You could be doing and engaging in a huge dose of healing at this time, which is not a bad thing, because this does lighten your energetic, emotional burden going forward, right? So sometimes we all have to do the down and dirty, and we've got to do our shadow work. The 8th house deals with births and deaths, endings, new beginnings, transformation. This can have to do with your shared assets and resources with other people. So there could be something shifting for you here if you do share any money or anything like that, business partnerships, romantic partnerships, family partnerships, right? So if you share money or resources in any way, there could be something changing here for you. There could be something possibly coming to an end. If things have been bumpy, you could be fixing that right now. But you could also be joining forces with someone new as well. And this can actually be really exciting for you because you could have some relationship changes here for yourself. So if you are in a romantic partnership, perhaps something goes next level and you move in together, right? And so this can actually give you some financial relief, because maybe now there's 2 people paying the bills, and all of a sudden it feels like you've got a windfall because you have half the expenses than you had before. You could be entering into new business partnerships. So you could be going into business with somebody, or even experiencing some changes with your job, your career path. You could be getting more money. There could be something that is just changing in some very interesting ways. The 8th house also has to deal with loans. So you could be taking out a loan or paying off a loan at this time. This can give you some freedom. But this does also deal with mysteries, the things that are hidden. So you could have some sort of mystery that does reveal itself. Now, this can be exciting. All right, some secret comes to light, or someone has a surprise for you. So surprise engagement, that kind of thing, that can be really great. Surprise bonus at work that you weren't expecting, that can be even better. But sometimes the things that are hidden Sometimes they're not always the easiest thing to deal with, especially with joint resources in your 8th house. So this is where, we could get a little bit of a snafu coming in if you're maybe going to move in with someone, or if you're already living with somebody and then they reveal something to you about their financial status. It can be really positive. Maybe they have more money than you thought they did. But it can also be things that are hidden, like student loans or credit card debt, things like that, things that might give you a little bit of a setback, but things that now they're out in the open, you can deal with the damn things, right? They're not just festering away behind the scenes. Some of you might be feeling a little saucy at this time, I do have to say, because we are in Aries season, full of passion, full of fire, okay? And the 8th house can have to do with hidden fantasies, all right? So some of you could be talking to a partner about some of your fantasies in your private space. You're going to have to read between the lines on that one, so I don't get demonetized or something stupid like that. But think about your, physical activity, intimate partnerships with another person. You could be, revealing some sort of fantasy, or they could be to you. So we have find balance in here, and we've got Libran energy coming in. So Libran energy does have to deal with legalities, but it also has to do with responsibilities and partnerships. And the lunar eclipse that we had on the 25th of March was in the sign of Libra. So this can still be playing out for you, where you're trying to balance out some partnerships. Some of you are partnering up with new people. Perhaps there is a letting go of something and you're still trying to navigate the after effects of that, because let's face it, the 8th house does have to do with change and transformation, endings, new beginnings, that kind of thing. And so you could be dealing with some after effects of that, but find the balance. It's important to find balance in our lives. Balance between work and home, balance between our responsibilities if we live with someone, right? The chores, or with your money, that kind of thing. Balance between our physical self and our spiritual self. So when we find that sweet spot, when we find the balance in our lives, things become a little bit easier. Things are not as scary, and things become more fruitful, right? And we just feel a little bit more calm and at peace. So have a look at your life here in this energy, and what needs to change, what needs to transform, so that you can have a little bit more balance in your life. We have the 10 of Swords. Ouch. 9 of Pentacles. Well, that's excellent. And we have the Page of Wands. So some of you do have something really exciting happening for you at this time. The 10 of Swords, yes, can represent the end of a difficult or challenging cycle. Okay, and it's a new beginning on the horizon for you there. It's like we're sweeping away the old, we're embracing the new. And the 9 of Pentacles, well, hello. The 9 of Pentacles is an energy of success and abundance, taming your fears and anxieties and worries, but you're sitting in the lap of luxury, so you're feeling flush. You're feeling good. You're feeling like you want to treat yourself, or you can afford to treat yourself to something here. And with the Page of Wands, you could have some really exciting news coming in here for you. So this can certainly speak to business endeavors, financial endeavors, romantic endeavors here as well, right? So we're finished with a difficult, challenging cycle. We've got fresh energy coming in. Maybe you need to make an important decision. Some of you here as well, seeking out some independence, right? Because the 10 of Swords can be one of those things where this is a really hard decision to make. It's very painful. It's very challenging, but we're at the end of the road. And with the 9 of Pentacles can be a very independent energy, right? This can be where there is a shift in a dynamic in some sort of relationship here, and you are letting something go to seek out your independence, right? For something new, better times ahead for you. And so this can be a job, this can be a relationship, whatever it is. And remember, we do have 8th house energy, endings, new beginnings, okay? Or things that are evolving in a positive way. So there's something here that is coming to an end, but there's new, fresh energy and exciting energy coming in. The Page of Wands can be about doing something fun and exciting. It can also be about following your passion, your goals, your dreams. You do you, living your best life. It can also be where you are having a little bit more fun and spiciness and excitement in your life here with this as well. All right, so whatever your situation is, whatever cycle is coming to a close, whatever decisions that you're making, they are benefiting you, right? Even if you are suffering a loss, that you are going to come out on top. There's your next message. I am honest with myself and others. Okay? So whatever your situation is, be open and honest with yourself and other people. The truth shall always set you free. The truth is sometimes painful to hear and painful to say, right? But it will always set you free. And your final message here, we've got replenish. The sun will rise and we will try again. There you go. All things must sometimes come to an end. And this isn't quite the traditional imagery on this particular card, but usually the Ten of Swords. We do have a guy lying on the ground. We've got swords stabbing him in the back. We can usually see the sun rising on the horizon. But we can sometimes look at that as the sun setting, but the sun will set and then it will rise again. So there's always the dawn of a brand new day tomorrow. I'll leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do hit that like button there. It does help my channel out, but it's free for you. Just hit the thumbs up. I thank you for that in advance. If you enjoy my content, hit that notification bell with the subscribe button, and you should always get notified whenever I put up something new. But also don't be afraid to join in or start a conversation down below as well. We're all in this eclipse energy together. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of things coming out of the woodwork, a lot of weird happenings going on, and we are all in the same pool. So learn from each other and share your experiences. You never know, someone else might be going through the same thing and you might be able to help them, or maybe you can get some help. But I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.